Yo, what's up, everybody? This is LB here, back at y'all with another one. Shout out to my brother Ticket TV, Behind These Sports Podcast, Too Raw for TV, Black Reality TV, KQKC, the OG. Shout out to the whole Lions Den basketball community. Make sure you go subscribe to those respective channels. Also, subscribe to the Patreon. I'll leave the link to the Patreon in the description. Give the video a like. Give the video a subscribe. Appreciate everyone that support the channel. Let's get right into this. So, according to Mike D'Antoni, and this is an article that's on ESPN right now, as of 6 hours ago. Russell Westbrook, traveled to Orlando today to join the team inside the bubble. Now, Westbrook announced last week that he had tested positive for the Covidius Maximus before the Rockets' departure. Writing on social media on July 13th that he was feeling well in quarantine. Now, Westbrook had to test negative for the virus twice before being cleared to travel to the NBA bubble. Now, he is required to quarantine in his hotel room for 2 days before being allowed to join the Rockets for practice and other team activities. So they have an upcoming practice coming up or upcoming scrimmage. It will be unlikely that Russell Westbrook will partake in those scrimmages. I think they put scrimmages on Friday or something like that. Now, D'Antoni came out and said that he expected that once everything cleared, that he'd be ready to go 5-on-5. But of course, that'll be up to the medical staff and how he feels in the upcoming days. Now, James Harden arrived last week, 5 days after the Rockets team flight, and cited some family issues as the reason for his delay. Now, this is the thing. This is the third person, because Zion had family issues, Montrezl Harrell had family issues. So is the NBA trying to control the narrative when it comes to people contracting the virus and they're using family reasons as an excuse or as a front? That's a question that need to be asked, because it's it's just funny that all these people have family issues or whatever like that. Now, that being said, could things happen? Yes, things could happen. Someone probably could have a family issue, but if the NBA is using this as a front to disguise, people actually testing positive for COVID-19, then that's a problem. And it seems like, every chance they get, they're trying to control, the narrative about this bubble. Anywho, as we continue on, now, a recent signing, Luke Bamamute, now he was signed as a substitution player because Thabo Cephalosha opted out of restart of the season or whatever like that. He has yet to be cleared to travel to the bubble. Now, once Westbrook is cleared to practice, the Rockets will have all their regular rotation players available. So that's good news that Russell Westbrook has traveled to the team. Without Russell Westbrook, the Rockets, in my opinion, had no shot. They still don't have a shot, if you ask me, but they do made things a little bit more interesting as far as I'm concerned. But I still see the Rockets getting eliminated. I don't see them as this championship threat. So, but it is good that Russell Westbrook is doing better. He has made it down there to the bubble. The Rockets, I believe, sit 6th in the Western Conference. And if the season were to end, they would draw the Denver Nuggets in the first round. Now, of course, this all hinges on, various things, guys getting hurt, guys not contracting the virus. Teams is playing, well, whatever like that. Because this the thing, right? From third to, I won't say from third to seventh. Yeah, from third seed to the sixth seed is a 2.5 game separation. And then from third to seventh is a 4 game separation. Right? So, depending on how these teams play, teams start going on a little losing streak or whatever. These standings can change because they're that tight. What's up, Brandon Nicholson? Salute to you, homie. Appreciate you for being in chat. Okay. Now, as far as like the AFC go, the AFC, I believe the Portland Trailblazers will acquire the AFC in the Western Conference, which means they will draw the Los Angeles Lakers in the first round. Now, what's up, Real Facts TV? Yeah, it's rest in peace to Track the Trailer. Anyway, this is an awful matchup for the Los Angeles Lakers if they draw the Portland Trailblazers, because the one glaring issue the Lakers have is backcourt issues, right? They have nobody that can contain Damian Lillard, and they have nobody that can contain CJ McCollum. They have nobody. Now, unless they were to go out, sign some people, and get them down to the bubble, but, a little late in the game for that. So, man, this is an awful matchup for the Lakers if they draw Portland. And I can actually see Portland winning that series. Really. I could really see Portland winning that series. So this is not as far-fetched as a lot of people making it out to be, like the Nick Wrights of the world. You know what I'm saying? These LeBron supremacists, who think they can't do no wrong. And Myron Jones, if you're watching this video, I want my money. You know what I'm saying? Portland draws the Lakers and they beat the Lakers. I want my money. Anywho, some other good news that came down from the NBA today. No player has tested positive for the virus so far in the bubble today. So that's good news. See what else. Oh, yeah. I want to talk about Kendrick Perkins today as well. So Kendrick Perkins, once again, showing his ass on TV, talk about how LeBron can win, 8 MVPs and all that. Look, like I said today before, or earlier on my brother Ticket channel, right? At this stage of the game, at this point, Kendrick Perkins will go out of his way to say stupid stuff to prop up the LeBron narrative. I'm going to repeat myself. Kendrick Perkins will say any kind of buffoonery, all to prop up the LeBron James narrative. I mean, that's just the bottom line. I mean, he's that drunk uncle at the family reunion just saying all kinds of dumb shit to draw attention to himself. I've never seen a guy, maybe outside of Nick Wright, maybe outside of Shannon Sharp, but this guy is like literally competing head over heels to see who will suck the skin off LeBron James's dick. Right? Now, mind you, AD leads the Lakers in every statistical category outside of assists. But let the media not, practice any kind of journalistic integrity to tell you that, right? They want to lead you to believe that LeBron James had to do all this work, right? He had to bring this team back from oblivion, right? And that's why the Lakers are first in the Western Conference this year. So let me ask you something. So when LeBron was in playoff mode last year, where was that same kind of Superman heroic activity, right? Oh, that's right. There wasn't one. There wasn't one. Salute to Marco Hinton in the chat. Stephen Brown, Octavius TX made, Lamont Lane, old lion ass. Yes, appreciate y'all for taking y'all time out y'all day, man. Straight up. So that's what it is right now, you know. So is Kendrick Perkins a minstrel show? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. He's a minstrel show. At this point right now, you know, he's like that fly that you can't kill. He's going to come back in tomorrow and say some other dumb shit. So as far as I'm concerned, you know, he can stay in the abyss. And, you know, and that's all I got to say about Kendrick Perkins. He's a goddamn fly on the wall. Now, another piece of good news that came out is Victor Oladipo. Now, Victor Oladipo originally said that he wasn't going to play in the bubble, but he's down there. Shout out to my girl Juanetta Thomas in the building. Appreciate you for being in the chat. And Victor Oladipo, he's down there in the bubble, practicing with the team. So that's some good news. You know, before the stoppage, I had Indiana Pacers my dark horse. I mean, I don't know, but I don't know about that now, but we'll have to see how that plays out. But you know, I'm glad to see Oladipo down there. And as far as the Lakers go, right? Here's my question: why is AD? That goes back to the question: why is AD not in the conversation for most valuable player? He need to be in that category. He need to be in that discussion. Because without AD, the Lakers don't make the playoffs. Lakers don't make the playoffs. But the team they had last year, the growing strife between LeBron and Brandon Ingram, right? That dynamic wasn't going to work. So the Brandon Ingram you saw during the course of the season or whatever, you weren't going to see that Brandon Ingram while playing with LeBron, right? You weren't going to see that. You know, a guy that, you know, LeBron can actually do himself a favor by playing off the ball, but the dude don't want to play off the ball. So, you know, so any starting point guard is going to suffer, or any point guard in general that's on LeBron James' team is going to suffer. So, you know, I know Lamont made that comment yesterday. I'll give him that. He's right about that. Any point guard playing under LeBron, playing in LeBron James-led team is going to suffer. At least statistically wise, they will. Or barring an injury, you know what I'm saying? So that's, you know, think of it this way. And I always reference this particular game, right? It was a game when the Lakers played OKC. Neither LeBron nor AD played in that game, right? Now, the two players that benefited the most on that during that game was Rondo and Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma dropped 36. Rondo had like a double-double. Might have a triple-double vibe. I got to look at the stats, but I'm pretty sure he had a double-double. At least in points and assists. And the Lakers won that game. So, you know, the Lakers do have upside, but I think, you know, with LeBron dominating the ball the way he does, in my opinion, he caps the team's upside. And as far as Kyle Kuzma go, you know, this guy should have been the third option all year. It shouldn't be just now that they're realizing that, oh, snap, we got Kyle Kuzma on the roster. Well, go ahead, let's use him. Right? It's bullshit. But the odds-on favorite to come out the West will be the Clippers. I mean, the team they got, the team is too deep. The team is too powerful offensively. Now, the one Achilles heel they do have is in the interior because Montrezl Harrell did leave the bubble. You had Zubac didn't even make it to the bubble. So the only big man they got is Joakim Noah. So there's gonna be questions about that. But with Kawhi and Paul George, that 1-2 punch they got, man, I'm telling you, man. And they have a versatile bench. They could any one of those guys that's sitting on the bench, any one of them guys could be starters on another team. So, with that being said, the odds-are favorite to come out the West is the Los Angeles Clippers, man. I mean, they are loaded. I mean, I like Patrick Beverley. I love his defensive tenacity. I do like the Morris twin, Marcus Morris. Yeah. Speaking, by the way, Markieff Morris ain't with the team neither. Markieff Morris ain't down there in the bubble. As far as I know, I gotta check my sources on that, but I'm pretty sure he's not down there. But they got Marcus Morris, really good scorer, another guy that can defend. I mean, the Clippers got some fucking dogs, man. So they're gonna be tough to beat. They're gonna be in there. They're gonna be in that mix. But right now, as far as who you got on paper, man, the Clippers, they coming out the West, man. Straight up, man. I mean, who else gonna stop them? Landry Shamet, I think he did, but I think he did. Yeah, but that was that report came out on July 4th. So assuming that one, he don't, he's already passed that 2-week protocol or whatever, and then he's able to get back, get the test, both those tests come back negative before he allowed to travel with the team. But I think he'll make it down there at some point. But even without Shamet, though, I mean, the Clippers are loaded, man. They really don't necessarily need him to win the championship. You know what I'm saying? Or to make the NBA Finals. But thinking about the Eastern Conference, right? Well, 89 TV salute. I know last Thursday I made the proclamation that the Milwaukee Bucks could make the NBA Finals, whatever like that. They'll be the team that beats the Clippers in 7. But after I think about it, the Milwaukee Bucks ain't this slam dunk Eastern Conference final NBA Finals pick that I made them out to be. They're not a slam dunk to make it. I mean, to me, the Eastern Conference is wide open. I mean, any one of those teams can come out. You can come out. You got Toronto, Miami, Boston, Philadelphia. Shit. I mean, any one of those 6 teams outside of Milwaukee can come out the East, or 5 teams outside Milwaukee can come out the East. So look. Well, while I think Giannis will win the MVP this year, but they are not this slam dunk NBA Finals pick that I made them out to be beginning of the season, whatever like that. Russell Lillard, shit. Man, give me Damian Lillard all day, man. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing against Russell Westbrook, man. You know what I'm saying? But give me Damian Lillard. Okay, Lamont. Once again, you keep on, twisting my words and shit. All right. I said the Milwaukee Bucks is not this lock NBA Finals pick. All right. I'm not saying they don't have a chance. I ain't say that. I'm saying that, they could be beat. Any one of those teams can come out in the East, man. Well, Brooklyn, no. Orlando, no. But those top 6 teams, yeah, any one of those guys can come out in the East, man. The Milwaukee Bucks not this slam dunk NBA Finals pick that we made them out to be. Watch what I tell you, man. Some crazy shit gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying, like, you know, all this thing we know about the NBA season up to this point, when the season restart commences, throw it completely out the window. Now, that being said, the Milwaukee Bucks could make the NBA Finals, but they are not a lock. Just like the Lakers making the finals, that is not a lock. So that's the way I see it. That's the way I see it. As far as I'm concerned. Shit. And then that's pretty much it as far as, like, you know, NBA news or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is. But I'm gonna get ready for tickets live stream coming later on tonight. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be another epic live stream. You know, I got the LeVar Ball LeVar Ball supporter, Lamont Lane, in the chat room. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate him. Even though he be wearing his swap me big baller brand t-shirts and shit. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm pretty sure you dying for that interview. I got you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you on that. Not psych. I'm not with you about you getting an interview with that fucking yellow tooth Bama. What up, Darrell Jones? The bunk. Motherfucker, you know what? Bring your ass in here, Lamont. Bring your ass in here. Because you know what? You is a goddamn glutton for punishment. Shout out to my boy, the underrated darkness in the chat room, man. You know what I'm saying? Or Charles Barkley did say that one there. He did say that. He did say that. Charles Barkley know what he's talking about. Charles Barkley know exactly what he's talking about. So, as far as I'm concerned, you know, I don't agree with Charles Barkley on a whole lot, if anything, but that's one thing I agree with him with. That's one thing I will definitely agree with Charles Barkley about. Salute to my boy Adrian Barbie in the chat, man. Now we just Milwaukee Bucks is not a lock. I'm telling you right now, they are not a lock to make the NBA Finals. Not. All right, so just waiting on Lamont to get here, get his daily dose of punishment, and then we make it do what it do, baby. That's right. When Lamont to get up in here and get his daily dose of ass whooping, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you is a glutton for punishment, man. I tell you, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be mentally strong, man, because you just come in here and you just get your daily dose of ass whoopings and all that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the 509 dopamine. That's hey man, I love you. Hey, I love your username, bro. The 509 dopamine. That's what's up. Hey, but he definitely did lose a lot of brain cells, you know what I'm saying? Because that dude be straight up buck dancing, boy. Charles Barkley, shit. That dude stay buck dancing, stay cooning. I guess he don't want no smoke tonight. So hey, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But yeah. Now what will be interesting to see is if the Pelicans will make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? That could be the one team, if they get Zion Williamson back, they could be the one team that can, throw a wrench and all that. Because I'm telling you right now, Memphis, nope. Who the hell is this? Who's Corey? Man, no, look, I'm looking for Lamont Lane. I'm looking for you. I'm looking for Lamont Lane. Where you at, Lamont? Where you at? Where you at, Lamont? Nobody? Nobody see Lamont. Okay. Well, I go ahead and open up the chat line again. You know what I'm saying? Since Lamont don't want to come in. Hey, Corey, you need to connect your mic. All right, what's up, man? What you got on this? You there?
That's good, LB.
What's up, man? What you got on this? What you got on this restart?
That's good. What's the top?
So we talk about Russell Westbrook and whatever, right? Talk about Russell Westbrook being back in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Who will get the eighth seed? Oladipo coming back, you know, going down to Orlando, whatever, after he's saying that he wasn't going to play. So what you got on this season restart? Who you think coming out of the East? Who you think coming out of the West? Who you think will win the NBA Finals?
I got the Clippers, Bucks. I got it going 6-6.
You got the Clippers in 6
finals. I'm a Laker fan. I was 6 and versus Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Boston, but Boston don't got a bench. They gonna make it out of bench. They got the best starting 5 in the East, but they don't got a bench.
Right.
I was gonna say this, but Boston don't got no bench, so I don't see how they gonna 5. I'll give them that in the East, but they bench is non-existent.
All right.
Finals.
Hey, but how many players do you think the coaches go deep in the playoffs? They only going 2 deep off the bench, maybe 3. In the playoffs, your starters and your 6 man win you the game.
Championship, you need scoring off the bench. You need scoring off the bench. You need one of them Lou Williams, Jamal Crawford type of.
Yeah, but so if that's the case, then why did the Clippers get Reggie Jackson? Because Lou Williams couldn't play defense. They didn't care about his scoring. That nigga couldn't play D. That's why they benched him towards the end of the year before COVID hit. He was playing like garbage.
But Lou Williams has been always coming off the bench.
He has, but they stopped using him as a 6 man because he was playing so bad defensively. It was costing them games.
So let me. So you think you can win a championship?
I couldn't. Your phone cut out. I couldn't hear you.
You think?
Yeah, your internet's cutting out, bro.
So you think you can win the NBA champion? My bad.
Yeah, the internet in Louisville sucks.
I got that good internet.
NBA championship. I'm at work, so maybe I was at home. I'd be on my.
Hey,
do you think you can win an NBA championship?
Because I want to know.
Been done.
Because the bench players that I know the Celtics have are pretty solid. You got Grant Williams. He's been a surprising rookie. He surprised everybody.
But
you got Daniel Tice. I don't know if they're going to start Enes Kanter or Daniel Tice, but they're both good. They're both solid. If you don't know about Brad Wanamaker's he's not an all-star, but he's a serviceable guard coming off the bench. Like, he's solid. He don't make mistakes. You still got Ojale. Ojale got a lot of playoff experience under his belt. He know what to do. You got Carson Edwards, the rookie out of Purdue. We waiting for him to explode, but he's down there with the team. I mean, he's a walking bucket if you let him go. Like, when you say they don't have a bench, like, what are you looking for off the bench? Lou Williams is a once-in-a-lifetime type player.
I'm talking about like Lou Williams, like a Jamal.
Yeah, but
even like a Lamar Odom or something like that.
Yeah. But
like,
how many Lou Williamses are there in the league right now? There's only one Lou Williams in the league, which is why he keeps getting 6 man of the year. You know, it's not too many of those players. True. He's a one of a kind type of talent. You're not just gonna find that walking down the street. But when you look at Brad Stevens, when you look at the players they do have on the bench, to me, it's solid.
You think Boston Celtics bench is solid?
Yes. That's why they're bench players, LB. They're not starters. They're bench players for a reason.
Well, obviously, but you think they're bench, man.
I'm not saying
boy,
it's the
I
best.
tell you, boy, you
have
love coming up with hot takes, don't you? You know what I'm saying?
So
you
are you
just made
saying
the point? Hold on, you just made the point that coaches will shorten their rotations come playoff time or whatever like
they
that.
do?
Right?
They do
So
shorten the rotation.
what makes you think Brad Wanamaker's going to see the court?
Brad Wanamaker always sees the court because he's one of their best floor generals. He's one of their best floor generals.
So you're going to trust Brad Wanamaker on offense?
No. Yeah, but
okay,
I trust him. LB, I trust him in spot minutes. I trust him to come in.
That dude ain't going to see 10 minutes. I'm telling you.
He will play.
That dude ain't. He at the most 15 minutes. At the most.
Because did you see what he was doing when Kemba Walker was hurt this year? He was putting up some big games.
Brad Wanamaker put up some big games.
Yes.
I need some evidence. No, what? I need evidence, bro. I need
go
to look.
pull it up.
I need evidence. Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up. You know what I'm saying? Because the one thing I do like is debunking you.
Ain't Kemba Walker dealing with a knee injury right now?
I mean, but everybody's been off for the last 4 months. So I don't know if anybody's really still dealing with injuries.
Outside of Rondo.
Yeah, Rondo just recently got hurt. Everybody should be healed up for the most part.
He is dealing with a knee problem.
Yeah, he does. No, he does have. He has a chronic knee injury though.
Okay, so we go to game logs.
The Kings is hurt. De'Aaron injured.
Who?
He hurt too.
Who?
De'Aaron.
Oh yeah, De'Aaron Fox
sprung his ankle.
Yeah. Okay, so Brad Wanamaker, right? So February 3rd, 2020, they played the Atlanta Hawks. He had 16 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals, right? And 27 minutes. 27 and a half minutes. All right. Then Philadelphia, right? Just the game they got blown out. He had 15 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists, 2 steals. A lot of that was in garbage time. Hold on.
Look at when Kemba got hurt.
Hold on, I'm looking that up right now. I'm trying to correlate that between Kemba Walker being out and Brad Wanamaker being out, because that's the thing. When Kemba Walker's all right, so let me break something down to y'all really quick. Right? Shout out to Aaron Garnett in the chat room. Right? I'm gonna break something down. Whenever a player is out, right? Yeah, you got a guy coming off the bench or whatever like that, but that guy is not going to be the focal point of the offense. That focal point will normally go to a Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown or somebody like that. That's who's going to soak up most of the usage or whatever like that when he's out.
Yeah, but they're not going to
look. Brad Wanamaker get minutes? Yeah, he will get minutes.
They're not looking for him to give usage. They're looking for him to be solid, though.
What the fuck did I just say?
So I mean, that's
what
obvious.
Did I really just say?
That's what I just said, LB. That's what I've been saying this whole time. I'm not saying he's gonna come in and drop 30.
I mean, I just literally said that from a different angle.
Answer this question, Lamont. You think Boston got a better bench than Milwaukee?
No, Milwaukee got one of the best benches in the NBA. Now, Pat Connaughton, I don't know. It's gonna hurt him if Pat Connaughton can't come back because he just tested positive for COVID today. He didn't test positive today, but he just released that he tested positive last week when he was at home. He didn't enter the bubble, so hopefully they can get him back. They need his shooting, but other than that, they're still really deep. They got some players over there that you ain't even ever heard of on the bench that's pretty good.
You don't think Miami may have a better chance to beat Milwaukee though?
Milwaukee got a chance. I mean, Miami got a chance to beat anybody.
Okay, here we go. Shout out to Aaron Garnett. If I didn't catch you, Aaron Garnett, apologize to you, homie. So the game Kemba Walker was inactive. So his first game was November 25th, right? Brad Watermaker, November 25th. Played 21 minutes, only had 3 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists. Oof. 0 for 8 from the field. Yeah. There's some really stellar numbers right there, man. I'm telling you, boy. I'm telling you, Lamont, that was some stellar numbers right there, man. I tell you. Next game, right? January 3rd, when they played the Atlanta Hawks. That's another game Kemba Walker was out. Right? Matter of fact, he was out for 3 games due to the knee issue. In that game, Brad Wanamaker had
multiple games in a row.
Hold on. 6 points.
You just skipped over a whole bunch of games.
1 assist, 1 steal. All right. Then
you just skipped over a whole bunch of games.
Motherfucker, I'm looking at the game log right now.
All right.
The next game, they played the Chicago Bulls, right? Kemba Walker was out that game, right? 2 points, 1 rebound, 5 assists in 18 minutes, 45 seconds. Next game.
He's worse than the Draymond Green.
Next game, they played the Washington Wizards, right? They went to DC, play the Wizards, right? He ain't scored at all. Matter of fact, he was 0 for 6, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Right?
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this game.
I ain't done yet.
You skipped over all of November. Why'd you skip over November?
Motherfucker, I did not skip over November. I just literally told you the game in November.
No, there was multiple games in November.
Dude, I'm looking at the fucking game log right now. You can sit up here and try to tell me what I'm looking at. I'm on Basketball Reference. I'm on the game log for Kemba Walker and Brad Wanamaker. I'm correlating the games where Kemba Walker was out and Brad Wanamaker came in.
Look, why don't you just talk about the games where he played well?
What the fuck?
Why you? Like I said,
game by game, motherfucker.
He's not going to be starting.
Game.
LB, he's not
game by game.
LB, he's not going to be starting though. He's going to be coming off the bench.
So he don't start those games. Kemba Walker is out.
He started those games. He started some of those.
You about to piss me off, man. You about to piss me off right now, man.
Who started at point guard? Who started at point guard? It wasn't Tremont Waters.
Come on in, James. Huh?
It wasn't Tremont Waters. It was Brad Wanamaker starting. See, and here's the thing, LB.
No.
Y'all
I'm
always
not
look at
listening
points
to you,
per game, man, to tell somebody's efficiency. They don't ask him to come in and score. They just ask him to be a floor general.
What the fuck did I just say before I read off the game log, Lamont?
Why do you keep calling out his points?
Your attention span not good.
So why do you keep calling out his points? Like they don't ask him to come in and drop 20.
Man, because I'm going game by game. You tell me. Hey,
you just skipped from November to January.
So
you just skipped from November to January.
When Kemba Walker was out.
No, but you made Brad
Wanamaker out to be the solid option. You made him out to be the solid option.
LB, you skipped over a 8-game stretch where he was scoring double-digit points to go to January.
Dude, shut the fuck up.
That's called finessing. You see it?
You talk about this 8-game stretch back in. All right, November, he had 14 points against the Clippers. That's the game they lost in overtime. The next game against Denver, he had 14 points in 26 minutes. All right. The next game where Kemba Walker was out, played Sacramento, right? Only had 3 points in that game. 3 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists. Next game, they played the Brooklyn Nets. He had 13 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. So he had 3 decent games, a horrible game, and then he had 3 more somewhat decent games. Okay, does that tickle your fancy, Lamont?
No, what I'm saying is he's a serviceable guard off the bench.
Yeah, he ain't serviceable to shit.
All right.
I know motherfuckers that's serviceable to food banks before this motherfucker here is serviceable to the goddamn court. What's up, Mr. Big Chest?
Y'all don't, man.
What's up?
Yeah.
What's up?
All right, man. We're on the season restart, man. You know what I'm saying? We damn near like 10 days away from this shit. All right. So Talk about Russell Westbrook down in the bubble. Oladipo's back. Who will come out the East and West?
Wait a minute. Oladipo gonna play? I thought he wasn't gonna play.
No, he down there. He practiced. I saw it on ESPN earlier today.
Yeah, he's playing.
Yeah, Oladipo playing. But my thoughts on the restart. I had my picks are still the same. I had Clippers Bucks finals, and I had Clippers in 6. Now in the East, I do think Boston and Miami have a chance to knock off the Bucks, and that's one because I don't trust Chris Middleton as much as I trust dudes like Bam Adebayo or Tyler Hero or Duncan Robinson. I don't trust the Bucks role players like that. Now for the Bucks, there is a dark horse for me off the bench, Dante DiVincenzo. If he gets going consistently, I think that the Bucks will be a solid pick to get to the finals. But I wish Coach Budenholzer would use him a little more than he does. He provides good points off the bench. He's a great defender off the bench. I don't trust Eric Bledsoe in the clutch, and I don't trust Chris Middleton. That's why I worry. Now with the Miami Heat, they basically got people that can drop 15 and 16 any night. Plus, you got Jimmy Butler, who's a bona fide killer. So you got that. So you got that in your favor. Now with the Boston Celtics, you got 4 to 5 dudes that can handle the ball, get you 18, 20 points a game. Now their bench.
Let's keep it real. If Tatum don't get at least 38 or 40 points, Boston don't get a chance to get Milwaukee. Because every time I watch them play Milwaukee, the games are close, but it don't seem like Milwaukee always pulls out in the end.
Well, that's because
man. Long time no see, homie. Appreciate you, man. Go ahead, continue, Mr. Big Chest.
Well, I understand where you're coming from, sir. But like the thing is, I believe that it's a collective unit. Now, the reason why the Milwaukee Bucks have beaten the Boston Celtics and they've held on is one because they're longer. They're longer than the Celtics, and they can just use their length to defend. Now, in those games, I've seen Bledsoe and Middleton show up, but like this is the playoffs, and I think it's gonna be different than what happened last year. I think last year the reason why the Celtics, fell to the Bucks so easily, it wasn't just because the Bucks played phenomenal defense and had a phenomenal plan with Giannis. It wasn't just that. It's just I think because Brad Stevens, with the lineups with Gordon Hayward, I think that meant they weren't meshing on offense like they should. And honestly, Boston looked extremely sloppy last year in the playoffs. I think this year will be different. I still have, if they face in the conference finals, I still have the Bucks in 7 against them. But it's going to be a lot. It's not going to be as easy for the Bucks as it was last year.
Like the thing made me mad that Boston didn't do this offseason was try to get a decent big man down low. Plus, with everything going on, I wish they would have at least tried to attempt to get DeMarcus Cousins because he was out there for a team to sign. But when he said he wasn't going to come back and play, I said, "Oh man, that's a big loss for whoever team was trying to sign him at that time."
Man, the Lakers shouldn't have cut DeMarcus Cousins to begin with, man. They kept that fucking scrub ass Jared Dudley on the roster, man. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker down there, like he's some goddamn enforcer. What? You enforcing Gatorade rules and shit?
He's the enforcer of the bench.
Oh my god. Hey, my boy James Hayes and the motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? What you got on this restart, man? You know what I'm saying? Russell Westbrook back in the bubble. You got Oladipo down there. We talk about who could come out in the East and West and who can win the finals. So go ahead, homie. What you got on this?
Hey man, they got a lot of sleeper teams. Salute to the panel in the chat room. Much love to all my people. But Miami kind of scary team for me because the top 3 teams in the East, they already got a 4-2 advantage on them. I don't know what 2 they lost to, but the top 3 teams, they have a winning record 4-2, and people sleeping on them. But they're the team that's flying under the radar for me. I like Boston if they can get back to that playoff form when it took the Cavs to 7 games. But adding a few pieces, and if they go get Boogie, that'll solidify them. Because who they got behind Enes Kanter, I don't know. So Boogie will help them on the inside game for as being a stretch 5 or a stretch 4. But Then you got Philadelphia. They moving Ben Simmons to the power forward. I like him on the block more than him handling the ball from the top of the key because everybody know he don't have no jumper. So when he play point guard, he basically self-check. But now with them moving him to the power forward position, and he got to play on the other side of MB, that's a dangerous combination if they can get some chemistry going between them two on a little block. Because now if you double MB, you can lob it over the top to Ben Simmons and vice versa. So with another team, I like Toronto because they have experience. I just don't believe in Nick Nurse after that bonehead ass decision he wanted to call that timeout, breaking the momentum when that shit should have been over in 5. Just the little things like that, players can overcome. But if you're not having an alpha on the team, like the reason why I'm saying that because I done seen Jimmy Butler from where he came from, got it out the mud, being a role player, 6-man, then he becoming a starter. And I have more faith in him because it's gonna be between him and Giannis in that East, bro. Who gonna come out of there?
Yeah, can I break it?
Shout out to Sixers Daily in the chat room. And while that's a good proclamation, Sixers Daily, unlikely. What up, Daz? Now this the thing.
What up, LB?
Hey,
what up, chat?
we had LeBron James dick suckers coming this motherfucker, fumigating our ears and what that. So I figured you'd be the offset of this. He is the extreme LeBron James, anti-LeBron James supporter.
Yes,
so
sir.
Lay it on us thick. How much you hate this motherfucker, man?
I hate that motherfucker so much. I hate his damn sons. I don't even respect his damn sons because they came from his loins. But I don't respect his sons either. Screw them all. I don't support crybabies. That's just the bottom line. I don't support crybabies. I don't like the fact that he does what he does off the court. I respect him. I give him his props off the court. But when it comes to that basketball and the way he play his game and the way he do his thing, there's no respect there whatsoever. Period.
Then listen, you have a lot of young legs that's coming out in the NBA right now. A lot of people talking about the long break gonna help them. But say, bro, let me tell you something. Pulling a hamstring at age 35 is worse than putting in a hamstring at age 25. It's gonna take longer to heal, especially when you playing back like you playing a day, skipping a day, playing a day, skipping a day. Then you still got to get chemistry with the team. So I don't see how that shit gonna work with all these players trying to get on the same level.
It's gonna be a lot of injuries in this. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot.
A lot of fan belts about to pop, but I don't want to hear no fucking excuses. Y'all want to play? Go out there and play.
Can I say something too? Has anybody thought about this team in the East? Nobody don't got the Indiana Pacers as a dark horse. I do.
See, before the global health crisis, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I saw them as a dark horse, but I don't see them coming out. Nope.
I'll see Toronto as a dark horse. I'll
buy that.
Only reason I said Pacers because they got Oladipo back and they got Michael Brogard. So I want to see what them two can do together. That's the only reason why I said the Pacers.
Listen, you need chemistry though, big dog. And without no chemistry, people barely can practice together. So with that being said, like you gotta understand when you trying to put all these players back in a tune on a short time frame, a lot of these players ain't gonna be able to get no rhythm, ain't gonna be able to coexist with a teammate unless they already played coming out. Like, all right, see this. They've been out 4 or 5 months. Like I say, bro, I don't see how a nigga can get out the bed, lace up a pair of shoes, and expect to run 94 feet back and forth. And a nigga coming back at you the same way. So you have to play D just like they have to play D. I don't see that shit going wild. And they already opened it up enough to boost the scoring up. So what I'm saying is, by you being a more of an offensive threat than a defensive threat, that's going to get a younger people confidence as far as the younger teams who really have something to play for trying to get in the playoff spot. So just imagine if they take that momentum and roll right into the playoffs.
And just when I say about the extreme LeBron James, dick suckers and whatnot, look who surfaces from the depths of the sewers like the rat he is, Myron Jones.
Oh Lord.
Oh
God.
my God. Oh boy.
Number one LeBron dick sucker.
Oh my God. Hey,
This man got
hey,
LeBron
LB.
James bed sheets. He got fucking LeBron James covers and shit.
He probably got LeBron
Underwear.
poster. He probably got LeBron poster in front of his shower. Oh
Yeah, he
God.
damn
I
sure
tell you,
do.
man, that's the first thing he see when he wake up in the morning, and the last thing he see when he go to bed at night.
He got LeBron James soap, toothpaste, toothbrush.
He probably got LeBron
all
James
types of
boxes.
shit. Yeah. LeBron James socks, t-shirt,
like he
wife
takes it
beater.
The washcloth, the towels.
overboard. He's worse than Shannon Shark and Nick
Hey,
Wright.
hey guys, can I ask y'all something?
Oh Lord.
What y'all think about McGrady and O'Neal starting their own sports agency?
I think it's great.
I think it's great.
Because the first thing come to my mind, now you got somebody who can take on Cuff Sports.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it's great. You know what I'm saying? I hope much
Absolutely.
success to him.
Because
And then maybe those guys can teach those players the ins and outs and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm looking at all these young guys who going to be on free agents, and if McGrady and O'Neal can sign these guys, maybe they can get better deals than LeBron James sports agency.
One thing I can't say about Clutch Sports, they will give you that money though. That's one thing I can say. They will get you paid.
Yeah, you will get paid.
If they get, if you get a bum like Draymond Green, $100 million too, who got?
Man,
He about to get $100 million if that's the case.
Man, he is not worth that $100 million. He's a bum to the fullest capacity.
I mean, he's worth about $20, man. That's how he plays. He got a broke jump shot.
$20?
He worth $20. This man shoot like
God damn, boy.
I'll at least give him 100. God damn, man, $20.
Nah, I won't give him $20. I'll probably give him like 30.
You said
Draymond Green's worth like $30 an hour.
Like, okay, listen. Draymond Green is good in his role. That's a fact. Like, you can anybody. He's good in his role with Stephen Clay. He's good in his role. There's no denying. It's just I don't think he's like superstar caliber. I don't think he's that. Like, I'm not gonna just like disrespect the man. Just bloviate and just prognosticate about whatever he does off the court. But on the court, he is good in his role, and that's simple as that. Like, I don't think
anybody can be good passing the ball to two of the best shooters in the history of the game.
Yeah,
man, I can get 10 assists playing with Stephen Clay.
Stop lying, yeah, nigga. You couldn't get 3 assists playing with them niggas in the NBA. Chill out.
Here we go. The super cap is back. All right, so
that's Lamar.
So how come?
So being apologist, man. Go ahead,
man.
Man.
So I'm gonna answer. So this is debunks all that. How come the next man up didn't just step up when Draymond Green got suspended in that NBA Finals? How come the next man didn't just step up and do his job? If it's that easy.
Okay, I got a counter to that debunking. Right?
No.
When Draymond Green came back, how come he couldn't lead that team back to win? Because they had
dropped
2 more
37.
games.
What else you want him to do? He dropped 37 in Game 7.
He was in Game 7. So
he dropped 37. Didn't he drop 37 in Game 7?
And they lost.
Okay, but did
he
he
have
do his job?
37-97.
So he
Yeah,
dropped.
but that's the only game he did his job though, Lamont.
Oh, that's the only game he did his job now. No, his job was not even to score, but he was picking up the scoring load because the other guys were missing shots.
But that's about the only time you could come up
That's
with
not his job.
Performance
That's
though.
not-
That's the only
job-
time you can come
what's
up with a
his job?
performance. Unless you're
That's
gonna go
that's the only time y'all
series.
can recollect he didn't score a lot of points. See, his job is not to score a lot of points when you got a gang of scores on your team already. His job is to come in and play his role. His role is to defend and be a playmaker. That's his role. So
Yeah,
again,
his role can still get you 12, 15
no, his role ain't to do that. See, y'all try to make up roles because y'all don't know how to play basketball. No, his role is to do his job.
And you do. You just end all be all subject matter expert. All hail to the king Lamar.
No, what I'm saying is, LB, I'm sure you played at least high school, college level, right?
Yep.
So you understand roles. So understanding roles, you know that niggas just can't come in the door saying, "Oh, it's not everybody's on the job team. It's not everybody's job to drop 20 points a game."
No, but when Steph went out this year and they had no Clay, he still couldn't get you 12 points.
Okay. Oh, to this year, see, y'all always fall back to this year, but y'all failed to talk about the 4 injuries that he was dealing with. Y'all failed to talk about the fact that Steve Kerr put him on minutes restriction.
The dude played like damn near 30 minutes a game. How he on minutes restriction?
Yeah,
he averaged 28
My thing is,
Okay, you
averaging a triple single.
Don't come in here and fucking lie. All right.
Okay, y'all talking about 1 year.
28 and a half minutes.
LB, you talking about 1 year. What about the other 5-6 years before that? Does he get no credit for that?
No.
Okay. Like I said, y'all
you don't get no credit. You don't ride the coattails of 3 superstars and expect to get praise and shit.
He has one bad year, and y'all want to use that one single year to hate on his whole career.
That's because Draymond quit on the team this year.
Who did he quit on? How did he quit on the team? Did you read the report? Read the report.
Hey, order my fucking courtroom, goddammit. Now.
He was just talking.
Hey, order my fucking courtroom, motherfucker.
Okay, don't stop getting louder, dude. Damn, you know what's gonna happen?
Now, yeah, I know what's gonna happen. We're gonna get some clippers and shit and cut that spikes off your goddamn head looking like a real life Bart Simpson. Now, nevertheless, as I was saying before, right? Draymond Green had the opportunity to shut up all the critics, right?
No,
the suspect of his game. He could, if he went out there and averaged a double-double, he would have shut me up. He would have shut up. He would have shut up too raw. But instead, when he is in the game, what did he do when shit get hot? He get 2 quick technical fouls and kicked out the game. So normally, when a player gets kicked out the game, they're trying to figure out what justify what got them kicked out the game. But no, not Draymond Green. Draymond Green takes his mouthpiece out, throws it in the crowd, just hauls ass off to the locker room.
LB, do you really think that's how the NBA works?
What?
Have you ever heard of have you heard of something called tanking?
Okay, so this is the thing about tanking, right?
Oh,
you can't use that because
it was obvious all year. If you say that they weren't tanking, it was obvious.
You can't tank the season. Ask the New York Knicks.
No, listen. I'm gonna tell you this is why. This is how you know they were tanking.
Because I'm about to debunk you. The New York Knicks just last year tried to tank the whole season in effort to get Cy Young.
Still ain't get a number one pick.
What that got them?
Hold on. The Warriors. Look, LB. The Warriors don't need a number one pick. They just need a lottery pick. Anything, any bonus they can get, especially if it's a lottery pick, is all a bonus because they're gonna have their core of their team back. But secondly, the reason why you know they were tanking, Steph Curry had 2 options when he hurt his hand this year. He could have just let it heal and come back in 6 weeks, or he could have took surgery and he come back in 3 months. Why did they opt for surgery? Or at least they said they did. Because it takes longer for him to come back. So without Steph Curry on your roster, obviously you can't compete at all. You're not going to compete at all without your best player. So
you may not compete, but you can still get 12 points, Draymond.
What's the point? What do you get out of being a mid-level team in the NBA that doesn't make the playoffs? You get nothing but a bad draft pick. It doesn't. You don't get any reward out of it. That's not how the NBA works, John.
But listen, Lamont, 12 points a game is not going to win you games in the NBA,
care,
bro. All I'm asking that man to do is to get 12 points a game. 10 rebounds.
See, the one thing I want him to average is 12 points, 10 rebounds.
The one thing Draymond Green doesn't care about is what you guys say makes him a good player. Because real basketball fans know what makes him a good player. It's not his points.
They don't get double-digit rebounds.
Let's answer his question.
That's not.
If you was building an NBA team, would you take Draymond Green on your team?
Yes.
Would you have him on your team?
Yes.
How wouldn't? Hell no. I can name you.
So hold on, but listen. First of all, there's a lot of players that you wouldn't put on certain teams based on how they play. So because of his role with the Golden State Warriors, he's extremely valuable for that team. All right. The same with Clint Capella. The same with Clint Capella. Would Clint Capella have gotten all that money if he wasn't on the Houston Rockets? No, because as soon as he went to the Hawks, did the Hawks even make him active and use him? No, they didn't even use him. They're probably going to trade him again because he has no role on that team. They cannot use him. So again, there's certain roles for certain players on certain teams. Clint Capella is a good player. Everybody will agree to that. But on any other team outside of the Rockets, he has less value.
What? You don't think he won't be valuable in Atlanta?
Okay, how come he didn't play? He was healthy.
Injured, dude.
When he got healthy. Why was he healthy and active? Why did he
get? They gotta fit him in the rotation though, bro. He just came to the spot.
Man, come on. What other center do they say we got to fit you in the rotation so we don't play you?
All right, when he got traded to the Hawks,
did they do that to Andre Drummond?
When he got traded to Atlanta, first thing he was hurt. And
Yeah,
then
he was.
had to get him back in shape because the dude was hurt most of the year.
Oh my God.
And didn't he only play like 20 games? 15 to
Y'all
20
got
games?
what
so
I'm
many
saying.
excuses.
See, Lamont.
Hold on. First of all, hold on. Before
Lamont
you
be on
talk
that
about it,
bullshit, yo.
just go do your research so you don't misspoke. Because you know if you misspeak on things, I'm gonna expose it. So make sure you quote it correctly, because you know I will expose it if you're not correct. So again, do your research first, like I've already done.
Hold on, you little fucking politician.
Lamont,
Hey, hold on, time out. Hey,
Lamont.
you gonna sit up there and expose people? Hey, make sure you do the same thing
No,
for
because
yourself.
y'all don't apply the same standards to everybody. Keep
You
your shit
ain't got no
equal.
fucking standards because
Y'all understand his roles in NBA, but because you don't like Draymond Green, you got this extra hate
do
for
you
him.
put
You want
that
to
on
call
your
him trash.
videos? Do you put that on your videos? Do you apologize for the shit you say? Fuck no.
What do I say
Don't
wrong?
even do that, Lamont. Don't come at us like that if you're not willing to get the
Hey,
same smoke.
LB, then you call it out if you see me make a wrong statement, call it out.
Oh, trust me, we will. We've done that on multiple occasions.
Oh, okay. I'm still waiting to see that video.
Shit, we don't. Shit, Ticker got that motherfucker. I got this shit on my video all the time. We doing it right now. I continuously cook you every night.
Like I said, LB, apply the same standard to all role players.
Hold up. I'm about to pull it up. See, now I got your ass, Lamont. I got you.
Pull up.
I got you up. I got you.
Good luck. Good luck.
Pull it up.
I'm not trying to wait 20 minutes for you to look for something that you ain't got. Now,
20 minutes? Hell, all it took me all of 20 seconds.
You
Look
can just
at
look
all
at
those inactives.
I see
Look at all the fucking inactives on this shit.
He pulled up.
I see stats.
Look at that.
LB.
Look
LB.
at that.
Didn't I just say he was a healthy inactive?
No, you didn't say that.
Yes, I did say that.
He was not. Hold on. Time out. He ain't no goddamn healthy and active. This
Yes, he
motherfucker.
was.
That's what I tried to tell you. See,
Hold on.
I'm gonna kick you out the chat now. Now I'm gonna kick you out because you try to do that bullshit, and I don't fucking like that. I don't fucking like that shit. I told you this motherfucker was hurt most of the year, and you go ahead and do that bullshit. Now you try to snake me into saying some crazy ass shit. Fuck that. No, we don't do that around here.
The numbers is trash though. Let's just put that out there.
Man.
Now, back to our regularly scheduled program. Man, look, Capella can work with the Atlanta Hawks.
Okay.
Oh, shout out to my boy, Coach Selton Harrison in the chat room. Salute, homie. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Coach Selton Harrison, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to learn about women's MMA or MMA in general? That's the point of contact right there, man. Straight up. So you don't.
Why did Clint Capella say he didn't want to play for the Hawks when he got there?
Who?
You know, as soon as he got there, he said he didn't want to play for him, right?
Man,
just look who it is. It's the Hawks.
What evidence you got to back that up, Lamont?
It's the Hawks. Who the hell want to play for Atlanta
The
Hawks?
He just came from the Houston.
No, listen,
going to the playoffs.
Hey, I wanted y'all to ask, why did Houston trade him? What was his weakness?
They wanted to go small.
They wanted to go small.
What did teams start to exploit in his game that made it a big weakness?
Okay, so I got to counter to that, Lamont. To every move, there's a counter.
I just asked you a question.
When James Harden, hold on. You asked the question. I'm gonna answer the question, and I'm gonna answer the question with the question, right? Right. Every time what do you see when Houston comes down? James Harden comes down. He dribbles the air out the ball. He does one of three things, right? He drives down the lane, gets a layup. He does a step back three because we ever see him shoot a mid range game, right? Or he will drive down the lane, collapse. The defense collapses. He lobs it up to Capella, and he gets the alley-oop. So how Clint Capella's game going to develop when you got a ball hog right there doing one of those three things on a constant basis during the course of the game?
Facts.
It wasn't going to work with Russell Westbrook neither. Another ball hog.
Got him. I got him. I got him. Yes. That's right, boy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Crickets.
I'm the LB. You know what I'm saying? I own this basketball talk. You know what I'm saying?
Cricket.
Okay, so LB, answer the question.
Have the resources.
I'll ask the question.
I know what the fuck going on.
I said, what did teams start to exploit in his game that made him unplayable?
Okay, you tell us, Lamont.
No, I just asked you, LB, because
No,
again,
you tell us. You
no,
know,
no. I'm not going to give you the easy way out. Please answer the question, LB. Answer, LB. It's an easy question. Just answer the question, please.
No, you answer the question because I told you what the hell was going on.
Are you ducking and dodging the question, man? Just answer the very simple question.
I really told you what the fuck happened.
All right. Hey, can somebody on this panel answer that question, please?
We just answered it. They wanted to go small.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so why were they going small? What were teams exploiting because Clint Capella was off on the court?
Clint Capella for real had no for real offense to me for real. All he could do for real catch oops.
Thank you.
Had no
that was his one. That was a major weakness. He had no back to the basket game. That's one. What's the other one? Thank you for being.
Why is that? Why does he not have any game like that?
He doesn't have an.
That's the league.
You don't just learn that in 1 year. You got to learn that in the off season.
That's the league we play in now. Nobody plays.
That's the league we play in now, Lamont. Look at Joel. Look at Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid.
He can go to the post when he shoot jump shots.
Come on,
but that's the way the league.
6 points a game because he can make that jump shot. Can Clint Capella make it?
No.
How? James Harden got the ball like 45% of the fucking time.
Can Clint Capella make an 8-foot jump shot? Can he make free throws?
How
do we know that? How do we know? How do we know that James Harden hogs the ball? The dude got a usage rate that's damn near 40%.
LB, just be honest about it. Okay, so James Harden hogs the ball, but we still know Eric Gordon can shoot. It doesn't matter. If he has a skill, we know he has it. Does Clint Capella have an 8-foot jump shot?
Man, get the fuck out of here, Lamont. See, man, now you the weakest link. Goodbye.
I'm dead.
I gotta make a phone call, LB. I'll be back.
All right, man.
All right, man. I'm dead. He kicked him right out.
The team. I mean, we expect the dude to be there all night, just sit there and get rebounds and block shots and catch alleys.
I mean,
so of course
no, like
going to take a hit. If we're going to go that route, then why did Chris Paul game take a hit when he went to the Houston Rockets?
Because no, that's just D'Antoni. D'Antoni's stupid as a coach. D'Antoni tried to make Chris Paul.
D'Antoni don't use their big men.
ALB, you remember this year? Eric Gordon, all them players went off on James Harden because he was shooting too much.
Yeah.
Remember they all got mad at him
because
he was shooting too much.
Let's look at the game from a different angle, right? Let's pick the game from a different angle. Dwight Howard he did sign with the Houston Rockets, right? Because he reunited with D'Antoni because Dwight Howard was on that Lakers team when Mike D'Antoni was
that was before. D'Antoni came in 2017. That was after they released Harden.
That was before because they still had Kevin McHale as their coach.
They still had Kevin McHale.
Beforehand, the first time around, Dwight Howard was with Mike D'Antoni, right?
Oh, when he was coaching the Lakers?
Yeah. In 2012.
Yeah. Lord
right?
have mercy.
Yeah, I remember that year.
All right. Then, and Dwight Howard was ineffective then because Mike D'Antoni wanted to employ this run and gun style offense, whatever like that, right?
I know. Yeah, Paul Gasol shooting threes.
Yeah, ran Kobe into the ground.
Considering that James Harden's usage, right? Considering Mike D'Antoni's coaching style, when you take those two things when you put those two things together, then of course the answer is you're going to have an ineffective big man. Case in point, right? James Harden goes out the game, right? Matter of fact, he had a neck injury in the Golden State game, right? Chris Paul went out there and dropped a triple-double. Clint Capella had a really good game because we all know the Warriors have problems on the interior, and the Rockets won that game. They won that game. So considering James Harden's usage, Mike D'Antoni's coaching style, and if you're going to have a recipe for an ineffective big man, because Dwight Howard was ineffective when he was with the Houston again. Because didn't Dwight Howard play with D'Antoni in Houston?
No, he played with McHale in Houston. He played with D'Antoni in LA. That was the Kobe Torres Achilles.
Again in Houston. That's why he left.
No, he got when I think it was, I don't know what happened, but he left before D'Antoni got there because Clint Capella came. I think King Capella was with D'Antoni his first year. I think it was 2017. That was the year that James Harden choked against the Spurs when he had that 2 for 11 night and 10 points.
So he was there in 2016. He got to Houston in 2016 because he was an assistant coach in Philadelphia the year before, right?
Okay.
So
yeah,
he got in 2016. So Dwight Howard, he played 2016, 2017 season. Okay, that's the year he went to Atlanta. He left. That's right. He left Houston to go to Atlanta when he found out Mike D'Antoni was going to be the head coach. That's what it was.
Yeah, he was like, no, but like my thing is like with the Clint Capella thing. It's just I remember watching Clint Capella in college. I don't remember them drafting him for his offense. I don't know who drafted him. I don't know if it was Houston or I think he got traded to Houston, but I remember Clint Capella getting drafted because he was a good. Oh yeah, he got drafted by Houston, but I don't remember him like in college, for his offense. I remember him because he was a defensive presence. But the same thing is, like with James Harden and all that, you can't have, like Kobe Bryant said it in an interview with Rachel Nichols. He's like, in playoff time, you can't have your main ball handler, choking the life out of the ball, chucking up 35 to 40 shots. And honestly, as he can score 50 and he can score 60. But like if you look at his last 8 to 9 40-point games, only 3 of them have been like really efficient, like 44% or above. The rest of them, I know one game he shot 8 of 31 and had like 42 points, but he had like 27 free throws.
Exactly.
And another game
with the free throws, you don't have a James Harden style performance or whatever like that, right?
Yeah, and then
no, go ahead. Go ahead, continue before go ahead, get your last thought in so I can end the stream so I can go over the ticket channel.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there too. But no, my last thoughts on this, with the whole like, NBA thing. The one thing that I am, expecting, I know it's gonna be sloppy because nobody's played organized basketball in like 4.5 months. So I expect it to be sloppy. But however, I do expect, you're gonna have some of these dark horse teams like the Raptors and the Miami in the East. And for me, like a dark horse in the West that I say watch out for the Mavericks. You never know. They could move up in the standings in these eight seeding games. They can move from 7 to 6. You never know. If they move up to 7 to 6, I forgot who's the 3 seed is Denver. The 3 seed is Denver. I think if they move up from 7 to 6, I think they can beat Denver in a 7-game series. I really do. One, because I like Mike Malone as a coach, but I saw what happened in Game 7 last year against the Spurs. Well, Game 7, how they went 7 games when they should have won it in 5. But I don't trust Mike Malone, and I believe that Luka Doncic is the real deal. And Kristaps Porzingis, he's fully healthy now. I think he's ready to go on a tear. So that's my dark horse in the West, the Dallas Mavericks.
All right, man. I appreciate everybody for being in the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, Mr. Big Chest. Smash like, his subscribe, man. Go on TV, Ticket TV, you know what I'm saying? He gonna lay it down. So we about to go over there.